Hi guys, welcome to the Oasis Healing Temple. For today's reading, we are going to see what messages your spirit guides want to offer up to you today. So we have 3 pile choices. We're going to get your significator card now to help you choose which reading or readings is meant for you. Pile number 1. Can I get a card for pile number 1, please? Pile number 1, number 2, and pile number 3. Okay, so for pile number 1, we have Sacred Space, and that is with Dolphin. For pile number 2, you have Trust Your Gut, and that is with the Angel. For pile number 3, we have Divine Intervention, and that is with the Phallus, which represents the divine masculine energy. That's pretty interesting. Alright guys, if y'all notice, my fingernail is missing here. We were capturing pigs yesterday, and I had one of them kick my nail backwards, so I'm going to get it fixed tomorrow, but I had to let it heal because it hurt pretty bad, so please excuse the nails. Alright guys, these are your 3 pile choices. The timestamps will be listed in the description box below, and I will see you at your readings. Welcome to your reading, pile number 1. You were drawn to the Sacred Space and the Dolphin Stone. So let's see what your spirit guides want you to know at the time that you are tuning into this reading. So I'm going to set this card up here for now. Actually, let's do this in the center. And we're going to pull some tarot real quick before we go through your chosen oracle cards. Pile number 1, please. Messages from the spirit guides of pile number 1. Way too many. But I do see we have one that flipped over. Okay, let's see. What do your spirit guides want you to know? We have the Tower. I surrender and know how to move forward. Okay, so there is some releasing that's taking place. The Sacred Space card says, create a sacred space and allow your intuition to flow freely. So you definitely are going through some changes and shifts right now. We have the Emperor. I make empowered choices. Yeah, I feel like you are moving on from some aspect of your life, something in the past, something that wasn't serving you, maybe a way that you were choosing to live. Maybe you've been holding on to some things that weren't allowing you to move forward. Look, we have the Wheel of Fortune that's going on this side. So lots of shifts and change, coming out of an old cycle and moving into a new cycle. And the last one, we have the 4 of Swords. I take the time I need to rediscover my vitality. Yeah, I feel like there is a lot of stress in your life, perhaps. Maybe you've been going through a lot of struggles, a lot of painful situations or old belief systems, ways of seeing things. Maybe there's been a lot of things that have been weighing on your mind, and you've had to let some things go. Or you're being asked to take that time out for yourself so that you can make better choices for yourself. Some things need to be, let go of so that you can begin this new cycle where you're making choices that are more beneficial, more healthy, more in tune and aligned with who you really are, with your truth. And you're being asked to surrender and take some time out to just allow yourself to be. Tune into your inner flow. Listen to your spirit guides. They're going to be offering you some wisdom, things to help you move forward and embrace this new beginning. Yeah. So take some time out right now. Pile number 1, create yourself a sacred space somewhere, whether it's in your home, somewhere in your property, maybe your backyard, a little sanctuary, a garden. It could also be like a little room in your house, somewhere where you can spend time like in quiet contemplation with your own thoughts and your own needs and emotions, and take stock of what memories are coming up, what emotions are coming up. What is it that's being asked of you to let go of, so that you can empower yourself to move forward into a new path and a new experience. All right, let's get some more information from your spirit guides. We have spark. So there's this new light that's going to be emerging. Let's put that over here. With the Emperor, something is going to empower you. We have the Dragon's Lair. Yeah, this is maybe there's some things in the past that have been buried, a little deep here, that need to come up and need some liberation. Something that's going to liberate yourself from the past, maybe from some repetitive cycle. Maybe some repetitive thinking, old ways of doing things, the Mountain. Yeah, this is like the obstacle or the challenge, and shining light on maybe perceived things that have held you back in the past, or that you feel are holding you back, so that you can let them go, and it'll help you move forward. Maybe there's something that has dimmed your spark, something that has prevented you from tuning into your own power and your own abilities to create and to manifest the life that you want. We have Time and Tide, Oceanic Spells and Rituals. For me, I feel like this is the Time and Tide here. Understanding that everything has a cycle, everything has meaning, everything has a purpose. All these experiences that you've been through are there to teach you lessons, and they're there for you to overcome and find more connection to yourself, and why you make certain choices, or why you choose to have certain people in your life, why you're choosing to work at a certain job, why are you living the life that you're living, those types of things. And when you take that time out to create that sacred space and to go within, to learn yourself, learn where are you creating from? Are you creating from fears, or are you creating from passion? Are we judgmental and critical about others because we are that judgmental and critical about ourselves? And it takes some time for you to get to learn yourself and learn your thoughts, learn your perceptions, to understand them, so that you can free yourself from limitations, right? And I feel like you're being asked to work with the water element, because we have go with the flow and surrender, and then we have this Time and Tide. Some things need to be let go and washed away in the current and cleansed and healed, and some things need to be rejuvenated and come to the surface, so that they can be acknowledged, that you can free yourself from those things that are hidden in your subconscious that you may not even be aware are there. Spending time in nature, I can't express that enough, is the most beneficial way for you to tune into yourself. We have divination, prophecy, fate, destiny, future, fortune. Yeah, the divination here is about you tuning into your intuition and connecting to your spirit guides, your guides, when you're taking this time out to create this sacred space, you're making a dedication to connecting to your spirit guides, your higher self, your spiritual journey, to learning why you're here, so that you can be more in tune with your water element within your body, your emotions, picking up on the subtleties and the energies and the environments around you, and learning how to communicate with your spirit guides, with your higher self, with Mother Nature, so that you can be more perceptive to the signs. You know, when you work with the water element, you learn how to flow with the energies. You know how to pick up on the subtle shifts in the vibration, to know when is the time to move with the current, and when is the time to pause and reflect. When is the time to take action? When is the time to rest? You know, it's tuning into the body, connecting to yourself. Yeah, connecting to your passions. What lights you up? What goals do you want to achieve for yourself? And illuminating, you know, your desires, illuminating your passions. Divine sensuality. Yeah, that water element, this is the sacral chakra here that's coming through for you. So you may be getting a sacral chakra activation, which connects you to your water element, to your abilities to create, your abilities to be more sensitive and empathic, and connecting to your body, and learning how you are creating your own reality through your womb space, which is the waters. You know, everything comes from, when we are all born, everything is born in water in some form or another. When you think of the womb, the amniotic fluid that surrounds the baby in the womb, you know, that keeps the baby in a safe space. You know, it stops it from bumping around and hitting all your bones and everything like that, even though they still do. The mothers can feel it, but the babies not so much, because they're surrounded in a cocoon of water. And water is how we move, it's how we feel, it's the energies of creation. It's the mothering energy, and I feel like you're being asked to take some time to nurture yourself and mother yourself, and, you know, tend to your own needs and understand your passions, and even understand yourself a little bit more. Retrograde review, more confirmation, to take some time out. I feel like you're going through a life review right now. You're being asked to look through your life and to acknowledge and accept things that your experiences or the journey that you've been on. Acknowledge all of your trials, acknowledge all of your accomplishments, all those things. You know, it's when you look back over your life, are you happy with the choices that you've made, and where do you need to apply any kind of correction? You know, it's like a reassessment time. The life review here. What things need to be let go of so that I can move forward and embrace this new beginning, where I feel more connected, more in tune with myself, with Mother Nature, with my spirit guides, with the angelic realm, you know, with my passions and my desires, the reasons why I'm here, the reasons why I chose to come to this beautiful planet. We have first quarter action. The first quarter moon is all about taking action, making decisions, and moving forward with your plans. This card represents the energy of action and encourages you to take the first steps towards your goals. Yeah, process. And so your guides are telling you it's time for you to move forward. It's time for you to let these things go, to have a new beginning, to do something that ignites your heart's desire, your soul, something that you're passionate about, something that you really want to do, something you want to create, and to get busy creating it. You have the new moon. Yay! This is freed beginnings. Oh, fresh beginnings, sorry. The new moon signifies the start of a new cycle, new beginnings, and a time to plant new seeds. The land represents the fresh energy of new beginnings and encourages you to set new intentions and to manifest your deepest desires. Thank you for that confirmation. Yeah, so it's time to have this new beginning, time for you to maybe journal or take some time out to reflect and decide what is it that you want. What do you intend for your life moving forward now? Now that you've climbed this mountain, now that you've gone within and learned who you are, taking that time out to get in touch with yourself, with your desires, and then begin planting those seeds, begin germinating those seeds, tending to them, nurturing yourself, nurturing those ideas, and bringing them forward. Your cave, more confirmation to take some time out, go within. We have the unicorn. Success, hope, freedom, healing, and magic are all available to you if you just believe. It's beautiful. I saw card number 22. Where did I see 22 earlier? And that one popped out to me too. Oh, right here, 22 with divine sensuality. And then you have the unicorn with 33. So this is definitely steps along the path, moving forward, making peace with the past, and stepping into your joy, stepping into your creativity and your harmony, letting go of the past so that you can create something new for yourself. And I feel like you're going to be communicating with your higher self. Your higher self is trying to communicate to you. Your spirit guides are trying to connect and communicate to you. So take some time out to create that sacred space, to reflect, to go within. Because you're freeing yourself from the past. You're freeing yourself from an old, repetitive cycle. Yeah, things that were maybe that just depleted your energy. It could be people, it could be your job, it could be where you live, it could be in the relationships that you have. I feel like it's been very tiring and draining, and you're just ready for something new. Ooh, we have transformation. Reach out for the power and the strength to make changes, enrich your life, and become the person you want to be. Beautiful confirmation. Yeah, you're going to be transforming these energies of the past and becoming somebody new. Yeah, so make peace with the past. Make peace with the choices that you've made, because they have made you the person that you are today. They've gotten you to this point. And now, as you're taking this time out to reflect and review your life, it's taking stock on what things did work, because we're all experimenting with our lives, with our decisions and our choices. And some of them weren't the best choices, but at the moment, that for me was the best option, right? So you're always acting on, I believe most people think things out before they do them. Like there is some type of reflection that takes place, even when we make those choices that aren't the good choices. Like there was something that was driving us to make that choice. And looking back, we may have regrets, like I shouldn't have done that, I wish I didn't. But we learned lessons from those experiences, right? We had to learn, well, I know I shouldn't have done it, but I did it anyway. But there's a reason for that, right? You needed to gather some kind of tool, some kind of information about yourself or through that experience. So have some forgiveness for choices that you made that may not have been from your highest place of consciousness and awareness. But for you at that moment, that was the decision that you made, and accept and honor that choice, and know that you can always choose again. That's the beauty of this life, is we are constantly given a new day to wake up and to do again. And so you're being given this opportunity to start a new cycle for yourself and to take stock on what worked, what made you happy, what doesn't work, and what doesn't make you happy, so that you can begin anew, you can transform, you can become who you want to be. You can start at any age. Just begin, you're not behind, you're not late. It's just, you need to do what lights your heart up, what sets your soul on fire, what are you passionate about, what ignites that spark within. And you have cycles again. Everything has its right time. However, the cycles of your body, honor the cycles of your body, tune into the moon's magic. See, and I feel like maybe you feel like you've missed out, or there's a little bit of loss or regret. Maybe you've had to let go of some people along the way, and it has been sad, but it's been part of the journey, and we learn through our experiences, through our relationships, and we learn what we like and what we don't like, what makes us feel good and what doesn't make us feel good, what do we resonate with, what gets us higher energy and higher vibrations, and those are the ones that we are to entertain and to engage in. And the ones that bring you down and make you feel bad about yourself, or make you have fear or worry or doubt or guilt or shame, those are the energies that you need to move away from. Get some clarity and understanding of why you feel this way. And that comes from you tuning into yourself and your sacred space, and learning, your choices, and learning that you can always make choices, and that it is your choice to lend your energy and your mind and your heart and your emotions to lower vibrations, or you can choose to act and engage in things that make you feel empowered and strong and wise and aware that you have the ability to create the life that you want, and you don't have to be controlled by fear or worrying about what other people think and other people's expectations of who you are and who you should be and what you should be doing. Even society's expectations. It's doing what is best for you, what makes you feel loved, what makes you feel excited, what makes you feel engaged and uplifted. And acting on those energies, acting from that space of empowerment, okay? All right, pile number 1. I'm going to get you a final message from your spirit guides. Let's do... Got you guys. Where is that deck right here? Tweet. I don't know if y'all can hear the little birdies. It is springtime. Well, it's not spring. We're verging on spring, but it feels like spring outside. We've been having a lot of high temperatures lately, even though we're in the middle of winter. Alright, pile number 1, some final messages from your spirit guides. Alright, so we have 2. The first one is to have faith in life. Today, I give myself to life. I live in the here and the now without concern for tomorrow, because God is always near and will never let me fall. My faith surrounds me with light no matter the circumstances. I let go, having faith that life will always provide what is most beneficial for my soul. And see, and that comes from you having faith and trust in the divine, that you're always being guided, that everything that is, every obstacle, every challenge, every joy, every excitement, every blessing is there for you for reasons, for you to understand, for you to engage in, for you to learn from, for you to experience. And have trust and faith that you're always being guided. You're never alone. And that everything is guiding you towards your reason for being here. And we have the inner sense. Today, as I quiet the noise of my mind, I become aware of the voice of my heart. I listen closely to my inner voice. I trust myself and develop confidence in my intuition. My inner truth is divine truth. I allow it to influence and to guide me every day. So this is you connecting to your higher self, listening to your heart space instead of your mind, connecting to the water element versus the air element. And the air is in the mind, and the mind is all can produce all kinds of thoughts and all kinds of potentials and all kinds of realities that can exist in the past, in the future, and in the present. And the present is in the heart space, and that's how you connect to the here and now. This is where your power lies. Your power is here. Your power is in the physical moment when you're connecting to Mother Nature. She helps you, guide you to being here in the present, because she helps you engage in all of your senses, to feel your body, to feel the energies, to tune in to your environment. Whereas our mind can have us focusing on our fears, on our worries, on our doubt, on the past, on our traumas, things that are in the past, and also worrying about the future and trying to predict the outcomes of needing to know what's going to happen if this and this and this and this. And when we surrender into our water element, into the flow, and being connected to the divine present moment, that is where our power is. That's where our ability to create is, because we're in the present moment. And that is why it is such a gift, because anyone who isn't occupied by the past or the fears of the future is somebody who can manifest very quickly with Source Creator, because they have healed the past wounds. They know who they are. They understand their triggers. They understand the things that hurt them and their experiences and why they had to learn certain lessons, you know. And so they're not controlled by fear. They're not controlled by worry or doubt. They know that they are guided, and they have trust and they have faith that Source Creator is always there and guiding us along the way, every step of the journey. So we don't need to come from a place of fear. I mean, think of the animal kingdom. You know, they're not running around worried like, am I going to get to eat tomorrow? You know what I mean? They're very much in the present moment. They just go out and get something to eat. You know, they go search and find, and they find it, and they take care of themselves. They tend to the right here, right now. So there's so much we can learn from Mother Nature if we just take the time out to connect and tune in. And I feel like your spirit guides are asking you to do that, to let go of the past, let go of the fears, let go of the worries. It's time to change the cycle, time to change the routine, so that you can step onto a new path where you are engaging more in your passions and the things that make you feel joy and happiness, where you're going to feel free and successful and healed and just more in the present moment, and opening up to hearing and listening and connecting to your spirit guides, your higher self, Mother Nature, etc. Alright, pile number 1, this was your reading, your messages from your spirit guides. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If this was your reading, I'd love to hear from you in the comments if you feel like sharing your story, or if you just want to let me know that pile number 1 was for you. Thank you so much for being here, sending out lots of love. Y'all take care and have a blessed day. Hi guys, welcome to your reading, pile number 2. So we are taking a look at what your spirit guides want you to know. And you were drawn to the angel with the Trust Your Gut card. And it says, your body knows the truth. Trust your gut feelings. So I feel like your spirit guides are in constant communication with you right now. And they're guiding you towards something. They're guiding you towards, I feel like, a dream, a new cycle, some kind of forward movement here. So they're guiding you to move forward. They're telling you, maybe they're sending you signs, messages. It could be a dream time. They're communicating with you. Let's get a few tarot cards real quick for you. Pile number 2. I don't think I did these in pile number 1. Pile number 2, we're called to do it. I take the time I need to nurture myself. We have 9 of Pentacles. That's awesome. Alright, let's see what else we have. This card is a jumper. What we got? The Ten of Wands. I love and care for myself first. That's amazing. And then we have the Sun. I'm optimistic and appreciate everything I have. Beautiful. So your spirit guides want you to know that you've worked really, really hard for something, and they are acknowledging that you have been taking care of yourself, loving yourself, tending to your needs, opening your heart chakra. I feel like there's this expansion that's taking place in your heart, and the sacral chakra at the moment. Yeah, perhaps in the past, there may have been some fears or some doubts, or maybe not feeling good enough, not feeling worthy, and you've been on this healing journey, and you've been taking the time necessary for you to tune in and love yourself. And there's this beautiful, beautiful, like, energy that's coming into your life right now. I feel like you're just centered and anchored in gratitude and self-worth. And there's just this big, beautiful energy that's coming through on your reading here, number 2. I'm so happy. It makes me feel really good. We have the education card with the, what is this, I can't think, it's not a heron. Oh, I can't think of the name. Oh wow, but I know that they symbolize wisdom. Yeah, I feel like you have been doing the work. I feel like you've been taking care of yourself. You've been going within. You've taken that time out to get to know yourself, to learn from your shadows, learn from your pain. And you brought in this beautiful transformation. I feel like you're somebody who puts the time and effort into, their healing. And whatever you've been working towards, you're going to find that success. I feel like you've been building something in your life, something that's going to be very successful. It's going to provide for you, for the generations to come. Yeah, you're somebody who's not afraid to put the work in. And yeah, you're just filled with so much light and wisdom, with solitude. Yeah, I feel like your guides you've been in constant connection with your guides. You've taken the time to reflect, and get to know yourself. Rescue, escape from captivity and restriction. Yeah, I feel like you have healed your inner child. Like you've gone into the depths of your soul, of your subconscious mind, and to heal and overcome, your shadows, the pains of the past. And I feel like you've healed your inner child here. You've done the work. You've taken the time out to befriend your monster, so to say. We have dreams, vivid dreaming, dream messages, and dream teaching. Okay, so your guides are communicating with you in your sleep. Because at nighttime, where I'm a little more open and receptive to receiving healing, to receiving rest, to receiving messages, and your spirit guides are communicating to you through your dreams. I feel like you're somebody who's very sensitive. I feel like there's something that you're holding on to, maybe that needs to be let go of. But you're not afraid to do the work, and you're being asked to trust yourself, know that you've got this, that you can handle this situation. We have debilitated discomfort. Yeah. Maybe you're somebody who's had to work very, very hard for everything that you've achieved in your life, and maybe a part of you was felt left out, or there's a part of you that needs saving, where you felt very vulnerable. Maybe you felt abandoned. Maybe your needs weren't nurtured. Maybe you didn't feel supported or understood. And taking that time out to connect and nurture yourself here. Yeah, learning to love and care for yourself first, for your own needs, and it's going back to those times where it wasn't comfortable in your life, or maybe where you did find yourself feeling alone or disregarded or not worthy, not good enough. And I feel like you have healed that wound, though. I believe this is the past that you've overcome, and this is the blessings that are coming in for you at the moment. You've learned how to nurture yourself and take care of yourself and to provide for your own needs, and learning to fill your own cup up, and everything else that's overflowing is something that you can share with others. I feel like you've healed that wound. We have new moon in Scorpio. What does this say? The phoenix's rebirth. Yay! Embrace transformation and let go of what no longer serves you, using Scorpio's intense and transformative energy to rise from the ashes. Look at that. Yeah, I feel like this is you rescuing, those parts of yourself that felt abandoned and ignored and unloved and uncared for, and you've went in and healed that part of you. You've taken the time out to get to know your shadow, to heal your shadow, to befriend your shadow, to learn from your fears. And now you're coming into this beautiful place of rebirth where the light is being shown. Okay, we have the birth moon, your lunar legacy. The birth moon card reveals the moon's phase in the zodiac sign at the moment of your birth. It opens insights into your innermost self, including your instincts, emotions, and relationships. Use it to uncover your lunar legacy and harness the power of the moon in your life. I feel like this is your, with the full moon. I know it says the birth moon, your lunar legacy. Where was the moon in your chart? That might be something for you to look into so that you can learn, your emotional body, learn your sensitivity. My moon is in Aquarius, so for me, I tend to analyze emotions and try to understand the emotions. I don't let my emotions run my life, or I don't immediately react from an emotional space. It's a little more rational. Sometimes, though, it can be hard to acknowledge my true feelings because I can, tend to not feel them. But I have a lot more sensitivities also in my chart, so it helps me to be more empathic and understanding. But it also helps me to understand emotions and understand why people feel the way that they feel and to validate them. So looking at where is the moon in your chart will help give you some insight on how to navigate your emotional body and to understand your emotions better. We have new moon in Sagittarius, the explorer's adventure. This is a time for exploration, learning, and expansion. Use Sagittarius energy to pursue your passions and expand your horizons. So, coming out underneath the education card, you may be being asked to educate yourself about your emotions, to understand who you are, understand the journey that you're meant to go on. What I want to say, it's your legacy that is in which part of your chart? Like why you are here. Is that your 10th house? Yes, your body of work. What are you here to create? And working with the what sign is in your 10th house? Because this is what your purpose is, your contribution to the world, like your career, etc. So, but I feel like you're being asked to go on a quest within to understand a little bit more about who you are, educate yourself a little bit more on your birth chart. We have crystals and focus. Maybe part of your life mission is to work with gemstones. Maybe you are somebody who that is your business. Your business has to do with selling crystals or working with crystal therapy, maybe feng shui. But crystals are great for helping you to manifest, helping you to focus. They hold an anchor of frequencies in your environment. The different colors hold different frequencies. And each one, it works with different chakras. So definitely maybe that's asking you to research a little bit more on crystals. And I feel like we have amethyst here. So, and amethyst is a master healer, which is funny because we have, the amethyst angel here. So maybe amethyst is a crystal for you to work with right now to help you connect to your spiritual self. It's also really good though to help heal to heal a lot of, it's a master healer crystal, so it works on many different areas of the mind, body, and emotions. You also have waterfall, effortless, yeah. So this is the life moving in an effortless flow, going forward. Things are just going to start flowing into your life. Yeah, this rebirth, coming into a new phase, this new beginning where you've learned to put yourself first, knowing who you are. Everything's just going to flow, moving forward. We have plane. A journey is indicated either physically or metaphysically. Metaphorically. Your life will become more full. That's awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of forward moving here. And with waterfall, I feel like this is the cleansing of the old that's taking place in order for you to begin this new journey, this rebirth that's taking place for you. Ooh, you have a moon. Pay attention to your intuition at this time and move ahead confidently. So you have the sun and moon. You have this balance. Remaining in balance, yeah. I feel like, yeah, maybe there was we tend to heal our inner child wounds. We create that sacred marriage within, where the heart and the mind learn to work together and in harmony and balance with one another. Where the mind understands the emotions and understands our feelings, and we're not ignoring the feelings, we're not shaming the feelings, or we're not automatically reacting to our feelings. We learn to have a pause. We calm the emotions down. We don't judge the emotions, we don't judge our feelings, and we don't allow our fears to run away with us. We don't allow our anxieties to take off and spiral into all these different directions of potential realities and possibilities. We tune into the heart space, and that is our center, that is our present moment, that is where we create from. And when you're doing things from your heart space, everything just seems to flow into alignment because you're coming into center. And that's where you're being asked to reside, is in your center. We have cracker. Positive energy surrounds you. Love, joy, and good fortune await. That is funny. Cracker. I feel like it's a firecracker here, and it's on fire. Lots of light is shining on your life. Yeah. And we have the Fool. Ooh, new beginnings, journey. Have the courage to embrace change. Take risk. Be adventurous. I don't know why I can't talk. Yeah, a new beginning awaits you. You're moving in a new direction, a new beginning, where you do feel more secure, you feel more stable, you feel more energetic and passionate about your life, about where you're going, what you're doing. Yeah, and it's grounding here in the physical as well. We have leadership. Step into your leadership, share your messages, inspire and empower others. So there's something here that you're meant to teach others, and that's why your light is so bright, because you're like a star. You're here to shine light for others, to guide others. Yeah, I feel like this is your aura here. Everywhere you go, light is with you. Your guides are with you. Your angels are with you. Your higher self is with you. Yeah, so we have this little theory here in the book. You're being guided always, pile number 2. And positive energy is surrounding you. Your guides are with you, moving forward. You've done such a great job healing from the past and educating yourself on who you are, learning your fears, understanding your fears, and healing them so that you can embrace this new beginning, and a new adventure awaits you. One where you're meant to be a leader for others to follow. And I feel like you have that such a strong, connection within, and such a strong, intuition. Very strong connection to your guides. But yeah, you have an adventure ahead of you, pile number 2. And it's going to be something that feels really, really good. It's going to be very exciting. It's going to be very abundant and prosperous. Very magical. And I'm very happy for you, pile number 2. You did it. You've earned it. You deserve it. You're worthy of it. Be open and receptive and allow it to just flow your way, That's that effortless. You've done the work, and now it's time for you to receive, to be in flow, to open your heart. This beautiful green energy here. Okay, let me get you a few more cards, some final messages from your spirit guides to end your reading for pile number 2. The light is fading outside. Hopefully y'all can still see the table. Okay, good. Pile number 2, final messages for pile number 2 from your spirit guides. Okay. So we have growing today. I understand that I am here to learn, to discover, and grow. While I nourish my inner light, my inner divinity grows. When I study the messages that life brings me, I am improved in the eyes of God. When I strike a balance between the material and the spiritual world, I am freed of inner conflicts. In these ways, I grow my own soul. Beautiful, like I was saying, when we're not fighting with our mind and repressing our emotions, and we find that balance and stability in our heart space, knowing that we're always guided, we're always protected, we learn how to tend to our needs, we understand and acknowledge our fears, and we teach them how to evolve from that place of fear, and teach them to have faith, and acknowledge the present, and acknowledge the support that is around us daily. It helps your soul to evolve. It helps your inner child to feel nurtured and provided for. All right, your final message says discovering. Today I release my old beliefs, convictions, and preconceived notions. In their place, I seek new ideas, innovations, and endless possibilities. I am adaptable. I am able to see beyond my previous limitations and discover great worlds inside of me. I see these stairs ahead. They're just leading up, and we have this abundance that is flowing into your life. Pile number 2. So you are ascending. You are moving forward from the past limitations or preconceived limitations that have made you feel stuck, alone, abandoned, and you're moving onto a path where you feel supported, you feel guided, you feel connected, you feel abundant and happy and prosperous and joyful and just excited about your life. And that is going to be your new energy moving forward. Woohoo! Congratulations, pile number 2. Thank you so much for being here. If this reading resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you in the comments if you feel like sharing your story. If not, just leave me a message saying number 2 was piled for you. And I'd love to have you back for future readings. Y'all take care and have a blessed day. Welcome to your reading, pile number 3. These are messages from your spirit guides. So you chose the phallus here with divine intervention. And it says divine intervention is at work. Your intuition is the message. And look, we have this beautiful being that's reaching their hand out to receive this little girl, this child here. And then there's this other hand that's supporting both of them. So I feel like your guides are supporting you in some type of healing that's going to be taking place for you. And maybe it's healing it could be healing the ego, healing the inner child. Actually, let me put this in the center, I forgot. And let me get your tarot cards. Pile, whoa. Okay, sorry you guys, I just had to scoot to get these. 2 just flew out immediately. Let me get you just 2 more, please. Okay. 1 more. This one. Alright, let's take a look. You have the 5 of Cups. I will move forward when the time is right. So there's some emotional change is going to be taking place here. There may have been a little bit of sadness in the past. And I feel like you're going to be reclaiming some innocence. Healing, inner child healing is going to be taking place, alright? We have judgment. I look back with compassion for myself. The 10 of Cups. I have all that I wish for in my relationships. And the 9 of Swords. I trust the present moment. Oh, yeah, so there's some, your spirit guides wants you to know that there's some healing that's going to be taking place. Healing in the relationship realm, your relationship with yourself, maybe your relationship with other people, and the ways that you allow people into your life, setting healthy boundaries for yourself. Yeah, we have these beautiful butterflies. There's this transformation that's going to be taking place now. It's time for change. It's time for healing. It's time for moving forward into the present moment, letting go of the things from the past, cutting cords with any relationships that are no longer serving you, and cutting cords to old emotions, old ways of perceiving things. I feel like you've done some healing work, or you're being asked to do some healing work with your inner child and learning to tend to your needs, tend to your emotions. Why do you feel certain ways? Where does it come from? And learning how to heal from those perspectives and heal from that experience. So that when you look back in the past, you can understand, the situations or the experiences that you went through from a different perspective, from a more mature perspective than a child's point of view. Because when we're children, we don't necessarily understand, the experiences that we're going through. We don't understand, why our parents choose to do certain things or why people behave certain ways. And so we have a child's point of view on some of those experiences. And now you, as the older version of yourself, can, you have that ability to reparent yourself. So in those moments in your childhood where you felt abandoned or ignored or unloved or unworthy or rejected in some kind of way, you can now support your inner child and be that best friend, that person who looks after them and comforts them and tells them it's going to be okay, and I've got your back, I'm supporting you. You're never going to have to experience that again. I'm no longer going to allow people to, betray you or hurt your feelings, that kind of thing. Whenever your inner child needs to hear, to feel that you are acknowledging your inner child's wounds, feelings, fears, and worries, where you become that parent that soothes them. When you think of your child and they are afraid of the dark, or they're afraid of starting school for the first time, how do you speak to them? How do you comfort them? How do you make them feel supported? That's what you need to learn, or are learning to do for yourself, comforting yourself, learning to self-soothe and mature those emotions so that they're no longer being reactive. They can respond from a place of wisdom, of love and compassion and support. Okay? We have sad embrace, confirmation about sadness from the past that you are learning to heal from. You're being asked to heal from. Maybe to see things from a different perspective. Balancing act. Card number 11. So this is like, encouragement for you to keep going, to remain in the center. It's like taking the parts of you from the past that may have unresolved feelings or emotions and bringing them to the full present moment, so that those emotions, that younger version of you, is not sitting there in the past anymore with all this pain and rejection. You can bring them forward to the present moment to be with you in the now moment by acknowledging, the sadness, acknowledging the pain, acknowledging the fears, and having compassion and understanding and nurturing that part of yourself and bringing that healing, transformative love into your heart space so that you can move forward and be more centered in the now, in the present. Okay, we have the mirror. Know thyself, self-examination, and seeing who you really are. The mirror is a tool. The world that we see outside of us, like in the physical realm, it serves as a mirror, and it mirrors our belief systems. It mirrors what we believe about ourselves and how we see ourselves, and then it's reflected in people we come in contact with how they treat us, how we connect to others through our life, through our experiences. So the physical realm mirrors to us everything that we hold within our hearts and minds. So when we learn to create a sacred space within, where our mind is somewhere sacred, it's not something that, just drowns out the noise or is constantly noisy, where it's just always in fear, or it's racing, it's chattering, it's constantly judging, it's criticizing, or it's in fear, it's in worry. When the mind can be calm, when we calm the mind down, then we're able to pick up on energies and understand them a little bit more. And that's by tuning into your heart space. You can be more grounded in the present moment so that you can observe the thoughts that come up and try to understand where they come from. Why are they surfacing? Why are they coming to the surface? For you to acknowledge them and examine them and learn from them. understand where they come from, and why are they serving you? What are they there to serve, to teach you? And then once you heal those fears and you understand those worries and you understand your inner child's, pain and feelings of abandonment, you learn to love yourself more, and you create this beautiful sacred space and connection within. And then the world outside of you starts to reflect that beautiful connection, that beautiful space that you've created. And then that's when miracles start to take place. We have transparency, honesty, authentic, genuine, and present. Exactly. You want the mirror to become transparent, so it's no longer reflecting to you, reflecting, pain, or reflecting neglect or abuse or feelings of unworthiness. You learn to heal and transmute those energies so that you can be true to who you really are, so that the true reflection of who you are is being seen, and you're being acknowledged for who you really are. And I feel like there's this DNA activation that's going to take place, because when you go within, that's where your soul resides. You're connecting to that soul, to your truth. And when you're honest with who you are, you're honest about your feelings, you don't repress them. If somebody's being disrespectful and rude, you're not ignoring the fact that they just really hurt your feelings, and so but you're going to continue to be in a relationship with someone who treats you poorly and badly and doesn't see your worth, or working at a job that doesn't value you as an employee, and they just take advantage of you, and they just kind of see you as this disposable. You want things in your life, people in your life, to see your worth and your value, because you yourself know your worth and know your value. And acknowledge your beauty, you acknowledge your gentleness, your tenderness, and being honest with yourself about who you really are, and not trying to live through other people's expectations of who you are and how you should be, what life should look like. It's living through your own accord and being honest and truthful with yourself, with your own passions, how you want to dress, how you want to look, who you want to love, how you want to love, etc. We have Leo, shine. Thank you so much. This is just standing in your power and your strength. Because you can overcome, and you have overcome this. That lion, Leo, you have a big, beautiful heart, and it's time for you to shine your light. It's time for you to be who you are, who you truly are. And know that you are being comforted. Follow your passion, follow your heart, live from that space of authenticity. We have full moon in Aries, the warrior's fury. Embrace your inner warrior and stand up for what you believe in, using the full moon's illumination to gain clarity and strength. What great confirmation is that coming out with Leo. There's a lot of fire, there's a lot of passion, and you're being asked to engage in your passion, to stand up for yourself, to set those healthy boundaries, demand respect. People should respect each other's feelings and emotions, your ideas. We don't have to always agree, but there should definitely be mutual respect and allowing people's truth to be people's truth. That has been their experience, and that is why they've come to that understanding, and that is why they have this truth, is because of their experience. And we all don't have the same truth. We all have different experiences and upbringings and environments that we've been raised in. And so it does affect us all on every level. And so each person has had their own experience, and that's where we get our belief systems from. And so, but there's a light that is within you that makes your light so unique and different, and there's wisdom that comes from being different and standing out of the crowd and not being like everyone else. How boring. But you have your own unique light, your own perspective, your own voice, your own soul song, your own story. And you're meant to become that beautiful, bright light, to stand in your truth, to lead the way. We have a 5 of Cups and we got a 5 here. So 55 just came through, and that is about change and knowing that everything is according to divine timing. And now is the time for you to stand up, to rise up, to face your fears, to be strong, to embrace your truth, to acknowledge your inner child's needs. We have the waxing crescent with growth. As the moon moves into the waxing crescent phase, you'll notice that it's growing in size, just like the opportunities and ideas that are blossoming in your life. This card represents the energy of growth and encourages you to nourish your ideas and to keep moving forward. We have the river with the movements. There's some forward movement coming in. And wind activation. I feel like there's going to be some ideas, some epiphanies. Your spirit guides are going to be offering you some wisdom, some insight. So be open to receiving this information that's going to be coming your way. You may be having dreams. You may be seeing signs or synchronicities in your life, and those are all signs from your guides that you are in alignment, that you are on the right path. Have faith and trust that you are being guided every step of the way, that you are never alone, you're always supported. We have birth. Universal energy brings you opportunity and possibility. Woo! We have wish. Your heart's desire is ready to come true. Look at that. There's something that you've been wanting to manifest. And this one says nature. Ground yourself. Find a sanctuary in nature and connect with the elementals. So definitely spending time in nature to ground these energies. I feel like there's some seed that you've been planting or something. Those ideas are the seeds. And in order for those seeds to grow, we have to nurture them. We have to water them. We have to tend to them. We have to put our emotions into them. We have to be dedicated and commitment to our growth, to their growth. We need to have passion about it. We need to have, feel inspired by it. All of those types of things, and those are the elements. We have our earth, our air, our fire, and water. Our passion is our fire. Our desire is our fire. The ideas are our air. They're the seeds that we plant. Our earth is our physical body. It's the grounding them here into the physical plane, making sure that we're in the present moment, that they are something that can have a solid foundation to support the idea. What can I do here in the now that can get me moving in the direction of my dreams? And then our water is our emotion about it, how we feel, how we believe that we're worthy and deserving of receiving, pouring into our cup. But there's this beautiful wish, this heart's desire that's going to be coming true for you, because we have this birth. So there's something new that's going to be coming into your life from the pain of the past. When we learn to heal the past and we let go of those emotions by acknowledging how we feel, by feeling the repressed emotions, and we create space for something new to germinate in the soil and to grow from. So, and everything that you've been through has been preparing you for this moment. It's been preparing the soil. And so, yes, these things happened in the past. They were sad, they were traumatic, they were hard, but you overcame them and you survived them, and it's time to let them go, to embrace the experience that you've overcome and that you've been through, that you survived from, and to start living from a space of who you are today in the present moment and who you want to be and what do you want your life to look like moving forward. Alright, pile number 3, let me get you some final messages to close out your reading. Get you one more. This one flew on the floor. Messages for pile number 3. So we have stand tall and strong. Today I choose to remain positive. I face all of my challenges with strength and with courage. I will not be denied or turned away. I do not allow myself to be carried away by negative thoughts. I stand tall and strong and live each moment in joy and peace, leaving my future in God's hands. I believe in life because life believes in me. Isn't that beautiful? Look at this beautiful connection to, source creator, to your higher self, whatever you resonate with as the higher powers that be. But you're being asked to stand in your truth, to stand in your strength, to face those fears head on, to acknowledge, your feelings, to acknowledge your fears and your worries and your doubts, and understand that they just come from that younger version of yourself that didn't feel, supported, that didn't feel nurtured. Maybe their fears were, or their concerns were ignored. They didn't understand their experience, and maybe growing up there wasn't a lot of stability, there wasn't a lot of nurturing energies. Just the environment, what didn't make you feel very safe. And so now, as an adult, you can choose, what things you allow in your life, and what are you allowing to control you, what fears are running in the background that are preventing you from, achieving your goals and living your life and obtaining this wish come true here. We have the eyes of the heart. Today I perceive the real beauty of every person I meet. With the eyes of my heart, I see behind the personality and focus on the energy of love that dwells beneath the surface. I am filled with wonder at the presence of God in every one of us. The eyes of the heart allow me to see the divine shining everywhere. So you're being asked to see things from your heart space, not the mind, right? Because the mind is until we learn to tame the mind and the ego, our mind can be very fearful. And so when we learn to see things from our heart space, we bring in a healing energy. And it's not to say to wear those rose-colored glasses to ignore people's bad behaviors, or ignore when people's actions and words don't align, or when somebody has overstepped a boundary or disrespected you in some way. It's not saying that. It's seeing things from a higher perspective, seeing how people do things from a place of pain when they hurt other people. And people who aren't strong enough to face their fears and learn from their experience, they take their pain and they want to get it off of them, and so they inflict pain on the other people because they think that's how they get rid of it, is by giving it to somebody else. And sometimes if you're very empathic and sensitive, we pick up that energy, we pick up their pain, and we take on their pain as if there's something wrong with us, and it was their pain, and we taken that burden on and internalized it and made it our pain. And it's not the truth, it's not who we are. But at the time, as a child, going through these experiences, when somebody yells at you, or your parents are, where they neglect your feelings and ignore how you feel, and you feel maybe that you're not good enough, maybe there was some moment in time where, your parents didn't have the emotional, what am I trying to say? Emotional awareness that your needs weren't being met, because children can't, speak and communicate in a way that is where children can process and understand how to express what they're feeling, But now as an adult, you can give your child, your inner child, a voice and allow them to speak from their perspective so that you can help them, heal and move forward and have forgiveness and compassion, because most people do things with a lack of awareness and a lack of consciousness of how it's affecting other people. Most people, especially people who are very self-absorbed, you know, they're very much about me and my life and what benefits me or what are my needs, you know, people who just focus more on themselves versus seeing how their actions affect other people and making more conscious choices. They're just very unconscious and unaware because they're very self oriented. And there's a lot of us who aren't, a lot of us who think about everybody's needs, and sometimes that can be not so good too, because we put everybody else's needs before our own because that's how we learned as a child to, you know, fit in and how to get by. So it's understanding yourself and getting in there, understanding why you have these patterns, understanding why you have these feelings and emotions, and learning from them, and then shifting what needs to be shifted and retraining yourself how to feel, how to accept, how to set healthy boundaries, how to move forward, how to act on your passions and your dreams and your desires, and being true to yourself and honoring how you feel, honoring and expressing yourself in a way that's not, you know, harmful or projecting things on the other people. And so take some time out to spend with yourself in nature to learn how to connect to your inner child and bring that healing, loving, nurturing energy in. And that's what's going to help you to move forward, to embrace this new beginning, this rebirth, to receive some new blessings in your life, perhaps new relationships, new opportunities, because you will have healed and let go and move forward from this past, okay? All right, pile number 3, this was your reading. If this resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. If you feel like sharing your story, if you don't know what to say, just let me know that this was your reading, pile number 3. I appreciate you all for being here. Thank you for tuning into my channel. I hope to see you in future readings. Y'all take care and have a blessed day.